Yeah, good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Right now. Please write down the question. All right. Okay. Listen. So from the figure, find the values of W, X, and Y. Okay. W, X, and Y are angles. You need to find the measures of W, X, and Y, given that AB is parallel to CD. It's given that AB is parallel to CD. All right. Okay. Now we have two angles here, 45 degrees and 75 degrees. Using 45 and 75, we have to find the values of X, Y, and W. Now, let's see how we can make use of 75. So see here. No. Yeah. So see here, I'll just take a part of the figure. Can you see? Can you tell me what I have shown here? Correct. See here, I'm taking a part of the figure so that I understand better. Can you see CD here? Can you mark? Can you see something marked B here? And let us call this point, okay, O. We'll call that point 2. So it's O here. All right. Now, OB is a part of AB, right? OB is a part of AB, correct? See the figure. OB is a part of AB, right? See here, this is AB, this is AB, and OB is a portion of AB. So, see here, if AB is parallel to CD, any part of AB, any part of AB will be parallel to any part of CD, any part of CD. See, understand this? If AB is parallel to CD, any portion of AB will be parallel to any portion of CD. It can be a small portion parallel to a larger portion. See, we are not saying they're equal, they're only parallel. Parallel means what? They'll not meet, the two lines will not meet. Even if you produce the lines on both the sides, they'll not meet, that's all. We're not saying equal. One small part cannot be equal to a big part. This is not about equality, it's parallel. So now AB or any part of AB is parallel to CD or any part of CD. That's the meaning. Repeat. When it's given that AB is parallel to CD, any part of AB will be parallel to any part of CD. All right. Okay. So now what is OB? It's a part of AB. So that's what I've taken here, OB. And this is CD itself. Now it's given that these two are parallel. They're parallel. And what are alternate angles? They're Z-shaped angles. Alternate angles are Z-shaped angles. So you can see that OB is parallel to CD and OD is the transversal. This is the transversal. So you can see these two angles in the Z, this angle and this angle. They are alternate interior angles and they are equal because the lines are parallel. They're equal because the lines are parallel. Simply, if you see a Z like this, does not mean that this angle is equal to this angle. Only if this line is parallel to this line, then this angle will be equal to this angle because alternate interior angles are equal when the lines are parallel. All right. So from this, we have x is equal to 75 degrees. Is that fine? X is equal to 75 because what do you have here? This is 75, right? This is 75. And what do you have here? X. $45 and see here, I'll show 45 and X, only this one. How is that a linear pair? On the straight line, we have three angles. We have 45 X and Y. 45 plus X, see, this is the angle. See, 45 plus X is like this. This is 45 plus X. That will not be equal to 180. Okay. So the solution starts like this. You must mention the parallel lines. Which are the parallel lines? OB is parallel to CD, correct? And which is the transversal? OD is the transversal. OD is the transversal. Okay, I'll just write trans, okay? So you should mention whenever you're using the properties that alternate interior angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, co-interior angles are supplementary. Whenever you're using these properties, you must mention the parallel lines and the transversal. So here, OB is parallel to CD and OD is the transversal. So you must say X is equal to 75 degrees because alternate interior angles are equal. You can just write alternate interior angles. Is that fine? Okay. Now we have found X is 75 degrees. Now take up this figure. Take up this figure where we have 45 here, we have X here and Y here. Yes or no? I'm not drawing anything for my convenience. I'm showing exactly what is here. See, there's a straight line. This one is a straight line. And on the straight line, we have three angles, 45, X and Y. So what will be the sum of these angles? 45 plus X plus Y is equal to 180. But don't say linear pair because the sum of the angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Sum of, sorry? I'm writing it here. Sum of all angles on a straight line. On a straight line. Do we understand that? Sum of all angles on the straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Because straight line means straight angle. And straight angle is 180. Just imagine that there's a straight angle. And we are all, the five of us here are smaller angles in that. There is one straight angle. Okay, so that straight angle means 180 degrees. 180 degrees, you have taken a small portion. All of us have taken small portions on 180 degrees. So if all of us put together will be equal to 180, right? So here on this straight line, how many people are living? 45 X and Y. Three people are there. Three angles are there. See, this one is a straight line. The total is 180 degrees. How many people are there on that? How many angles are there on the straight line? Three people, three angles. So the sum of these three angles will be equal to 180 degrees. But we already know X. What is X? 75 plus Y is equal to 180. So what is this? 75 plus 45? 120. plus y is equal to 180. So y is equal to 180 minus 120. Y is equal to 60. So now we found y. Y is 60. Now the next thing is to find w. Tell me, how can we find w? W? Yeah, then when W, Y and 75. No, something else without any calculation. Straight away you can find. Vertically opposite angles are? Can you find vertically opposite angles here? W and X are vertically opposite angles, right? W and X are vertically opposite angles. Okay, see, draw only those two lines to understand better. I'll do it here. I'm doing it here. All right. So see here. W and X, can you see this line, and this line? This is one line, and this is the other line. This is one line, and this is the other line. You should watch the figure. You should look at the figure and understand carefully. See, AB is one line. AB is one line. And this is the other line. This one is the other line. Look at the board, all of you. See, this is one line. This is the other line. So we have two intersecting lines. When two lines intersect, vertically opposite angles are formed and they are equal. When two lines intersect, four angles are formed. When two lines intersect, four angles are formed. And the opposite angles, the vertically opposite angles are equal. So you can see W here, W is here, and X is here. We already found X is 75. So W also will be equal to 75. See, if you're finding it difficult, like how do you make out the two lines? It's very easy. I'll show you. See here, there is W here, no? Look at the board. There's W here, right? W is touching two arms. Those are the two lines. Or look at X. X is touching two arms, no? If you look at the board, I can say something. Can you see W? Which are the arms of W? This one and this one, right? Produce this arm. This is one line. Produce the other arm. That's the other line. Or you take X. Or you can take X also. See here, this is X, no? X is, which are the arms of X? This one, no? This is one arm, this is the other arm, right? So this is one arm, right? Pull it. That's only one line. See, this is one arm, pull it. That's one line. And this is the other arm of X. Pull it. That's the other line. Those are the two lines. If you're not able to make out which are the two lines intersecting, just take one angle and see the arms of the angle. Produce the term. You will get the two lines. So I can make out that this is one line, this is one line, and this is the other line, this one, where there is W here and X here. So what's for the third one? W is equal to X, vertically opposite angles. So W is equal to 75 degrees. This is the third part. Understand? You please write. Okay, you can write VOA here, but in the exam, you should write vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. All right? Yeah, write down. Write down the answer. You should draw the diagrams also. I've used. You must take down the diagrams also alongside. Not the diagram figures in the question. Beside the working, not down there. Beside, see how I have done it, exactly the way I have done it. Write it on the next page. Leave that page, that's all. Draw the figure alongside the working. Where is the working? Exactly like what I have done here. Where are you writing down, Navneet? Where have you written x is equal to 75? In where? Beside that, draw the figure. Take. Yeah. Can you show me if you've drawn the figure alongside? Yeah, like that you must. Yes. Sorry? In the question? This is the question figure. I started the answer here. This one, and this one answer. What's your question? I don't know. No. Yeah, very nice question. No. This is the figure given to us. Have we taken the diagrams? (23) 2. All right. Done, Harini? Yeah, it's time, children. Next one. I'll share the picture. Okay. Now, supposing we have two lines. We have two lines. Okay. We'll call them L and M. Intersected by a transversal T. So what do you see in the figure? We have two lines L and M intersected by a transversal T. Now, when we have two lines, they are simply lines. You cannot assume them to be parallel. You cannot say, yeah, they look like parallel lines only, so I thought they are parallel. If it is given that there are two lines, there are only two lines. They need not be parallel. If it is not given, then you cannot assume that because, yeah, they look like parallel lines, so I thought they are parallel lines. No. If it is lines, there are only two lines. If they are parallel, it will be given that they are parallel. Okay. Now, supposing this angle is marked 45 degrees. And this angle is marked 135 degrees. Okay, the question is, the figure is given and the question is L parallel to M? This is the question. Is L parallel to M is the question. So now you must first understand the relation between the two angles given. Now we see two lines intersected by a transversal and the angles marked are co-interior angles or allied angles. Whether the lines are parallel or not parallel, they are allied angles. They are allied angles. By the position, they are allied angles. Okay, so your solution will begin like this. Okay, you must say 45 plus 135 is equal to 180 degrees. Allied angles are supplementary. When are allied angles supplementary? Only if the lines are parallel. Allied angles are not always supplementary. If allied angles are supplementary, that means the lines are parallel to each other. If the allied angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel to each other. Understand? Move, hurry. Settle down first. Okay. If the lines are so, allied angles are supplementary. When allied, don't get distracted. Look at the board. When allied angles are supplementary, that means the lines are parallel to each other. So by the position, the two angles are allied angles. And when we add them, we get 180. That means allied angles are supplementary. Therefore, L is parallel to M. This is the symbol for parallel. See, how do you read this? L is parallel to M. No, this is parallel to is replaced by this symbol. This symbol is not just parallel. Is parallel to. See now what is this? Is equal to. Now A and 5, if I put here A is equal to 5. So this one is not just equal to, is equal to it is. Similarly, this one is parallel to. L is parallel to M. No, I see. What are you, Avnish? You're very distracted these days. Where is your focus gone? Understand this, children? Now I'll give you another question. Then I think it'll clear doubts if you have. Now, supposing I draw. Okay. Now name the two lines. Which are the two lines here, children? And which is the transversal? C. Okay. This is the first question. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Okay. Now in question number 3, the two lines are okay. A, B, and C are lines. A, B, and C, they are lines. But here C acts as a transversal to the lines A and B. Here C acts as a transversal, yeah, to the lines A and B. Okay, so here the lines are A and B intersected by the transversal C. Correct? Okay. Now, what are these positions, children? This one and this one? Allied or co-interior angles. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll just number it. Yeah. So tell me one pair of co-exterior angles. One pair of co-exterior angles. 2 and 8. Another pair of co-exterior angles. 1 and 6. One pair of alternate interior angles. 4 and 5. Okay. And one pair of alternate exterior angles. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. Okay. Corresponding angles. 1 minute. Harini, corresponding angles. 1 and 5. Very good. Then one more. 2 and 7. Very good. Very good. 3 and 6. 4 and 8. Very good. All right. So these are the pairs of corresponding angles. All these relations will exist, but alternate angles, corresponding angles will be equal only if the lines are parallel. Whether the lines are parallel or not parallel, they are called alternate angles. See whether the lines are parallel or not parallel. Alternate angles are formed. Corresponding angles are formed. Allied angles are formed. All that is there. But when are corresponding angles and alternate angles equal? Only if the lines are parallel. If it is given that lines are parallel, then these are equal. If the lines are parallel, then allied angles are supplementary. Allied angles supplementary. The others equal. Others equal. Corresponding alternate equal. Allied supplementary. No. Alternate angles formed if the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, alternate angles will be equal. Now you mentioned no, 3 and 7 are alternate angles. So if 3 is 50 degrees, 7 also will be 50 degrees. If the lines are parallel. If the lines are not parallel, they'll not be equal. Now you said 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. If angle 1 is 110 degrees, 5 also will be 110 degrees. If the lines are parallel, supposing they are not parallel, they will 1 and 5 are corresponding angles only. 1 and 5 will be corresponding angles. Whether the lines are parallel or not parallel, they are still corresponding angles. But they'll be equal only when the lines are parallel. That is the only case where they'll be equal and supplementary. No, equal only. Equal. Come here. You said that's it. No, you come here, Anirudh. Yeah. Now, supposing I give you that this is 70 degrees and this is 120 degrees, children. Okay. 70 and 120. See, when people change places, all of it are distracted. Okay, so now I've given 70 and 120. All right. Now the question is A parallel to B? This is the question. The figure is given. What is given? The figure is given. And what is the question? Is A parallel to B? Now you should answer this question using the angles given. Now, what are the angles 70 and 120? What is the relation between them? They are allied angles. The relation is allied angles. They're allied angles. Okay. So you must add. You must add and check if their sum is 180. What are you getting? 190. So you must say allied angles are not supplementary. Are not supplementary. Huh? Yeah. In this figure, the allied angles are not supplementary. Therefore, A is not parallel to B. Allied means co-interior angles. They should be interior angles. And it will be near. Correct. Both will be interior angles on the same side of the transversal with different vertices. So therefore, A is not parallel to B. Understood what I'm trying to say? Now, why did we add 70 and 120? Because by position, they are allied angles. So you must check if allied angles are supplementary. So you add and you get 190. No, 190 doesn't mean supplementary angle. So you must say allied angles are not supplementary. That means the lines are not parallel. A is not parallel to B. No, that's all. 1 minute. I have a set of questions for you. 1 minute. Okay, X, Y, and Z. All right, X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Now, supposing I have marked this angle as 89 degrees, not 89, 1 minute. The question is X parallel to Y? This is the question. Is X parallel to Y is the question. So what are the angles given? The angles given here are in what relation? They are corresponding angles. They're corresponding angles. So for corresponding angles, will you check supplementary? No, they should be equal. They should be equal. Now you must say corresponding here in this figure, corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, the lines must be parallel. If corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. If the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal. If corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If alternate angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal. If allied angles are supplementary, that means the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, that means allied angles will be supplementary. So here, you'll have to answer the question. Is X parallel to Y? The question is line X parallel to line Y? That's the question. So you must say in the figure, a pair of corresponding angles, in the figure, a pair of corresponding angles are equal. Okay. In the figure, a pair of corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, X is parallel to Y. Yeah. Got this? Let's see this one. The question is P parallel to Q? Okay, the question is P parallel to Q? Correct? Which is the transversal? T is the transversal. The question, so that means if the question is P parallel to Q, that means it is not given. P and Q are simply two lines. They are not parallel lines. You will have to say if they are parallel or not parallel. So what should you say? In the figure, a pair of alternate interior angles are equal. If they're equal, therefore P is parallel to Q. Therefore, P is parallel to Q because alternate angles are equal. Supposing they were not equal, one was 65, the other was 75. So you must say in the figure, a pair of alternate angles are not equal. Therefore, P is not parallel to Q. To write not parallel, you must write like this. P is not parallel to Q. Like this is not equal to, no. I haven't finished. So this is equal to, this is not equal to. This is parallel to. If you slash it, it's not parallel to. Yes, Anibal?
Ma'am, is there like any fixed formula to find if it is parallel?
Formula? No. This is geometric, so no, there's no formula.
Solution like we should find if it is parallel. It depends on the figure.
No, such information, some information like this will be given. Using that only you'll have to find. There's no formula or something. So you understand here? A pair of alternate interior angles are equal, so the lines are parallel. A pair of corresponding angles are equal, so the lines are parallel. Allied angles are not supplementary, so the lines are not parallel. allied angles are supplementary. So the lines are parallel. All right. I'll give you time to write. Just a minute. Yeah. Now look at this one. Now, in the figure, L is parallel to M. Okay, so this is your figure. Okay, so in the figure, L is parallel to M. It's given to you. Okay, so find angle angle 5 is equal to 55 degrees. Find all the other angles. Find all the other angles. So it's given that L is parallel to M. And it's also given that angle 5 is 55 degrees. The measure of angle 5 is 55 degrees. Find all the other angles. Okay. Solution. So now angle 5 is 55 degrees. All right. Now I'll tell you, you start like this. You first use linear pair and find one more angle. Always remember that. Use linear pair and find one more angle. You have one angle 55, no? Use linear pair. You should have two angles. Then you can easily find all the other angles. In such a figure, you must have at least two angles. If you have two angles, you can easily find all the angles. You will understand why and how. So use linear pair for that. Now, what is angle 5 plus angle 6?
180.
180 degrees. Why?
Linear lines.
Yes or no? Straight line. On a straight line, we have 5 and 6, no? The other way we wrote 5 plus 6 is 180. 6 plus 7 is 180. 7 plus 8, angle 7 plus angle 8 is 180. Angle 5 plus angle 8 is 180. All see, this is a straight line. So 5 plus 6 is 180. This one is a straight line. So 6 plus 7 is 180. Now again straight line below 7 plus 8 is 180. Again straight line this side 5 and 8 is 180. Okay, so use linear pair first. So angle 5 plus angle 6 is equal to 180. Why we using angle 5 plus 6? Because 5 is given. So you should make a linear pair using 5. You must make a linear pair using 5. Okay, so 55 plus angle 6 is equal to 180. Then angle 6 is equal to 180 minus 55. So angle 6 is equal to 125. Correct? Now see how we'll find all the other angles. Angle 6 is 125, right? Now we have two angles. Angle 5 is 55 degrees and angle 6 is 125 degrees. Now find the other angles. I'll start with Harini. Harini, find one angle. Any angle. Using 5 or angle 6. 7 and? What relation 7 and 6? No. Anyway, we don't have to use linear pair. Easily you can just say equal, equal and find. You can find vertically opposite angles that are equal or alternate angles that are equal or corresponding angles that are equal. 6 and 8. Okay, so she's saying 6 and 8. Angle 8 is equal to angle 6. Why? Vertically opposite angles, correct? Vertically opposite angles. You should write like which angle you want to find, you write that first, okay? Remember like that. Which angle you want to find? 8, no, so write that first. You want to find 8, so write that first. 8 is equal to 6, vertically opposite angles. So 8 is equal to, what is the measure of angle 6? 125 degrees, correct? Yeah, next, Anirudh. Which one you want to find? 4 you want to find. 4 is equal to which one? Very good. 4 is equal to 5, right? Whichever angle you want to find, you write that first. 4. 4 is equal to 5. Why? Because alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. So angle 4 is equal to how much? 55 degrees. Next, Avanish, what do you want to find? No, no. You want to find only one angle at a time. Which, any angle? You want to find 7. So 7 is equal to what you're going to say? 5. Why? Vertically opposite angles are equal. So then what is 7? Then 7 is equal to 55 degrees. Yes or no? Okay. Navneet? No choice. 3. Angle 3 you want to find. Angle 3 is equal to angle 5. No, 3 is equal to what? Angle 3 is equal to angle 6. What's the reason? Alternate interior angles are equal. So angle 3 is equal to 125 degrees. Now what is remaining to be found? Have we found angle 1? No. 2? So have we found 2? No. 3? 4? 5? 6? 7? 8? Yeah, 1 and 2 is remaining to be found. There's nothing like you should find in the order. 1 கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்புறம் தான் 2 அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. Any order you can find, but you should find all the angles. So நீங்க கண்டுபிடிச்ச ஆங்கிலே திருப்பி கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு இருக்காதீங்க. கண்டுபிடிச்ச 8 திருப்பி 8 is equal to that vertically opposite angle. Again 8 is equal to this one. Don't keep finding the same angle. You should find, if you found angle 8 once using some property, that's all you found 8. Now again you should not write 8 is equal to some other angle, vertically opposite angle are equal. Don't keep finding the same angle. You should find all the angles only once. No, I think it's system. Yeah, angle 1 is equal to 1 second. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Okay, reason? Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so angle 1 is equal to, what's the measure of 4? 55. So 1 is equal to 55 degrees. Then angle 2 is equal to, anybody can say, angle 2? Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Or say something else, no, vertically opposite. Use panito. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Harini, what's the property? Angle 2 and 8. What is the relation? 2 and 8? Alternate exterior angles. Yeah, alternate exterior angles. Angle 2 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Alternate exterior angles are equal. Correct? No, you know it. Correct? No, alternate exterior angles are equal. So angle 2 is equal to 8. How much is the 8? 125. So 2 is equal to. See, if you're confused as to, I'm writing angle 1 is equal to 4. So 1 is whatever is 4 is 1. Correct? Yeah, Anirudh. Yeah, sure. I'll send. Yeah. Why are we using? In a figure like this, you will have only two different values. In a figure like this, you will have only two different values. Why? Meaning we are giving the reasons, no? What is the measure of 6? 8 is equal to 6, no? Ah.
Then 8 is it. So 8 is not. So 8 also need to be.
ரெண்டு ஆங்கிள் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருப்போம். அந்த ரெண்டு ஆங்கிள் வச்சுதான் மிச்சம் எல்லாம் கண்டுபிடிப்போம். இப்ப அதுதான் நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். Okay, I'll tell you again. See here. If one angle is given, okay, Avinash, one angle is given. Find one more angle using linear pair. Now, what is given? 5 is given, right? So you can do 5 plus 6 is 180, or you can do 5 plus 8 is 180. So you'll get one more angle. Okay, now what you should do, using these two angles, you can find all the other angles. So we'll start like this. Angle 8 ல ஆரம்பிச்சோம். இப்ப இந்த ஆங்கிள் 8 இப்ப 8 ஆரம்பிக்கிறச்சு உங்களுக்கு ரெண்டு ஆங்கிள்ஸ் தான் தெரியும். எது தெரியும்? ஆங்கிள் 5 தெரியும், ஆங்கிள் 6 தெரியும். இதை வச்சுதான் 8 கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். வேற ஆங்கிள்ஸ் தெரியாது. ஆங்கிள் 5 கொடுத்திருக்க क्वेश्चनல நீங்க யூசிங் லீனியர் பேர் you found angle 6. இப்ப ரெண்டு ஆங்கிள்ஸ் தான் தெரியும் நமக்கு, angle 5 and angle 6. Using these two angles you should find the others. Now angle 8. Yeah, I'll first write எந்த ஆங்கிள் கண்டுபிடிக்குமோ அதை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எழுதுவேன். ஆங்கிள் 8 கண்டுபிடிக்குமா, ஆங்கிள் 8 is equal to, இப்ப ரெண்டு ஆப்ஷன் தான் இருக்கு, ஒன்னு 5 இல்ல 6 தான் எழுதணும் உங்களுக்கு, ஏன்னா அது ரெண்டு தான் தெரியும். You can write now, see, இப்ப இங்க angle 8 is equal to, you can write angle 3, corresponding angles are equal. You can write angle 8 is equal to angle 3, correct? Corresponding angles, but 8 தெரியாது கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், 3 தெரியாது. What's the point writing angle 8 is equal to angle 3? You have to find angle 8 and you don't know angle 3 also. You know only angle 5 and angle 6. But என்ன angles தெரியுமோ அதை வச்சு எழுதணும். So angle 8 is equal to angle 6. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So angle 8 is equal to, what is 6? 125 degrees. So I'm writing that 125 instead of 6. Next, after any angle you can find after 8. Not that you should find 4 only. We are finding 4. Now 4 is equal. Now you know 3 angles. Now you know angle 5, angle 6 and angle 8. Every step you will get one extra angle. இப்போ angle 8 தெரியும் நமக்கு. இப்போ if you want to find angle 4, you should say it's equal to 5, 6 or 8 only, because you know only these 3 angles. You can't say angle 4 is equal to some other angle. No, எது linear pair அதான் எழுத முடியும். 5 plus 6 is 180, or you can write 5 plus 8 is 180. It should be on the same straight line. Then angle 4. 4 is equal to 5. Alternate angles are equal. So 4 is equal to, what is 5? 55. Write that below. Understood now? Sure? What done with?
I think my core is not understanding.
Yeah?
My core is not clear. So can you send?
Yeah, I'll send the notes. Okay. Is this fine? Now see this one. It's given L is parallel to M. It's 2. All right. Now let me read the question for you. In the figure, L is parallel to M. Angle 1 is to angle 2 is equal to 2 is to 3. Angle 1 is to angle 2 is 2 is to 3. Find the measure of angle 3. That's how we read it. This is called the measure of angle 3. That means the value of that angle 3. Measure of, okay? Measure of angle 3. That means find angle 3. No, you shouldn't. That's why I gave. In angle பக்கத்துல M இருந்தா it means measure of. Angle பக்கத்துல இப்ப நான் வந்து இப்படி எழுதுனா if I write this is measure of angle AOB. Measure of angle AOB. Yeah. All right. Now, what is the relation between angle 1 and angle 2? Tell me. What is the relation? Sorry, linear pair. They form a linear pair. So you start with that. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 because linear pair. Now, what is the ratio? 2 is to 3. So what is angle 1? 2x. What is angle 2? 3x. That's how we assume, no, when we have ratios. That's how we assume when we have ratios. Yeah. Okay, so you should say let angle 1 be 2x. Let angle 2 be 3x. That's what we assume when. Because angle 1 is 2 parts. Angle 2 is 3 parts. Yeah. Okay, so let angle 1 be equal to 2x and angle 2 be equal to 3x. Okay. Now angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Why? Because linear pair. Now what is angle 1? 2x plus 3x is equal to 180. See, 2x means 2x degree only it is. 3x means 3x degrees. Angle, no. Okay. So 5x, 2x plus 3x is 5x is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 divided by 5. X is equal to 30. X is equal to 35. 36, sorry. X is equal to 36. All right. Now, the question is to find the measure of angle 3. The question is to find, they're not asking you to find angle 1 or angle 2. Find angle 3 is the question. But to find 3, do you want angle 1 or angle 2? To find angle 3, do you want 1 or 2? Is there a relation between angle 1 and 3 or 2 and 3? Is there a relation between angle 1 and 3 or 2 and 3? 1 and 3, no, alternate exterior angles. Yeah, so we'll find only 1. Angle 1 is equal to, why we are finding angle 1? Because to find angle 3, we want angle 1. Why we want angle 1? Because 1 and 3, they are alternate exterior angles. They are equal. I want to find 3, but how will I find 3 without anybody's help? I need somebody's help. So I'll find angle 1. If I find 1, since 1 and the lines are parallel, so alternate exterior angles will be equal. So we are finding 1. Why we are not finding 2? Because to find the question is, supposing the question is find angle 1 and angle 2, then you should find 1 and 2. The question is to find only angle 3. Now to find 3, you need 1. So what is 1? 2x, correct? 36. What is 1? 2x. So 2 into 36, which is 72 degrees, correct? Let angle 1 be equal to 2x degrees. Because x is 36, no? So 2x will be 2 into 36. No, that's not given. 1 and 2 are in the ratio 2 is to 3. Yeah, you can straight away find 3x. But you have to say why that is 3x, no? How will then you should write first that angle 1 is equal to angle 3. You're right. Your question is correct. You should write first that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 because they're alternate exterior angles. So angle 3 is also 3x. You can do that. You must write 1 and 3. They're alternate exterior angles. So if angle 1 is 2x degrees, what is angle 1? 1 is 2x degrees. So 3 is also 2x degrees. Not 3x, 2x. Okay. So what is angle 1? 72 degrees. Angle 1 is equal to 72 degrees, correct? Now angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Oh, sorry, you have to find angle 3, no? So write 3 first. Angle 3 is equal to angle 1. Angle 3 is equal to angle 1. Why? Alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are equal. So angle 3 will be equal to what is 1? 72. So 3 is also 72 degrees. So when the ratio is given, now supposing two friends, their ages are in the ratio 2:3. So we should say let one friend's age be 2x, the other friend's age be 3x. Always when ratio is given, you can take any other letter also. You can say let their ages be 2y and 3y or 2z and 3z. All right. Which one? Angle 1, na? Yeah. No, it's given here. See, angle 1 is to angle 2 is equal to 2 is to 3 is given, right? Okay, that means angle 1 is 2 parts. So 2x. And angle 2 is 3 parts. Supposing I say A and B scored 5 and 6 marks respectively in a test. A and B scored 5 and 6 marks respectively in a test. That means A has scored 5 marks, B has scored 6 marks. It's not the other way. First person, first number. Second person, second number. Yeah. In the same way here, when the ratio is given, which is the first angle mentioned? Angle 1. Which is the first number here? 2. So angle 1 is 2x. Which is the second angle here? Angle 2. And which is the second number here? 3. So 3x. So you must say angle 1 is 2x and angle 2 is 3x. No. And then what is the relation between 1 and 2? Linear pair. So 1 plus 2 is 180. But what is 1? 2x. What is 2? 3x. So 2x plus 3x is 180. So when you solve, you'll get x. And once you get x, you should find angle 1. What is angle 1? 2x. 2 into 36. 72. Now, if 1 is 72 degrees, 3 is also 72 degrees because alternate exterior angles are equal. Alternate exterior angles are equal. Correct? See this one. Okay, that's all. Just the figure is given. Nothing else is given. When this is given, you should understand BC is a straight line. You have a doubt there? BC is a straight, BQC is a straight line. When two lines are given, you cannot assume them to be parallel. It should be given that they are parallel. When one line is given, it means it's a straight line. Yeah. Now, that my question is name. Okay, my question is name the two angles you see in this figure.
BQA, CQA.
BQA, CQA, correct? Okay. AQC and AQB. Which is the vertex of these angles? Q is the vertex. Oh, pardon me. And it's all people. It's wrong. AQC and BQC, correct? AQC and BQC. AQC and AQB. All right. Which is the vertex of these two angles? Q is the vertex of the two angles. Which are the arms of angle AQC? Which are the arms of angle AQC? QA and QC. From the vertex QA and QC. Which are the arms of angle AQB? QB and QA, correct? Which is the common arm? No, see, all of us are following, right? Two angles, they have a common vertex Q and their common arm is QA. QA. Which are their non-common arms? QC and QB. QC and QB. QC and QB. They lie on opposite sides of the common arm. So they are adjacent angles. Just want to recall that for you. So they are adjacent angles. Hello? Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Challenge, ma'am. Yeah, Chibu. Correct? Okay, anyways, we were just trying to recall what is that? Adjacent angles. All right? All right, okay. Now here in this figure, you need to find measure of angle AQC. That's the question. Find the measure of angle AQC. That is your question here. That's all. So solution. Yes, Anil. அதாவது இழுத்து 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 அதை ஒட்டி போடணும்னு பாக்குறியா? நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் நான் ஒட்டி நானே போட்டுடுறேன். அதான் அது மெதுவா வேண்டாம். ஓகே, சொல்லு. Yeah, Anil, what's the solution? No. How will you start? Correct. So, do you all agree that angle AQB plus angle AQC is equal to 180 because they form a linear pair? Now, what is given? What is AQB? 3x plus 10 plus what is AQC? What is AQC? 3x plus 40. If you add these two, you must get 180. Correct? Now, what is 3x plus 3x? 6x. What is 10 plus 40? 50. Is equal to 180. Next what? 6x is equal to 140.
20.
No, no, no. So 2 how many times? 2 threes are 265 times. 260. Leave it like that only. X is equal to 65 by 3. Leave it like that. Don't worry about it.
AQC is equal.
Now you should find AQC. No, no, no. 1 minute. Angles are perfect up 60 degrees, 61 degrees in additional. It can be decimal also. It can be 60.4 degrees, 60.5 degrees, 60.66 degrees. It can be. So 65 by 3. That's fine. No, angles cannot be.
What's negative value?
No, no. Okay, X is equal to 65 by 3. Is this fine? Now, what should we find? We must find.
Angle AQC is equal to 3x plus 4.
Angle AQC is equal to
3x plus 4.
3x plus 40. That is equal to 3 into 65 by 3 plus 40. Very good, very good. Very good. Don't find the other angle. That's not asked. Okay, so 105 degrees. So see, though we got X as a fraction, look at angle AQC, 105 degrees. That's why I said don't see. Leave it as a fraction like that. Don't divide, find the decimal value. That's not needed. Waste of time. Yeah, you just waste time calculating all that. Sure, sure. It's not asked, no. The question is to find only that angle. So find only that angle. To find that angle, we have to use the property of linear curve. Correct? Yeah, this right. No, no, this one. Understood? Now simple questions, okay? Yeah, the question is from the figure, find X if L is parallel to M. This is the question. From the figure, find X if L is parallel to M. It's given that the lines are parallel. So alternate angles will be equal, corresponding angles will be equal, aligned angles will be supplementary. 110. Okay, yeah. I didn't say it's correct. His answer is 110. I did not acknowledge that answer. Okay, then you think what it should be. Yeah. Others?
I think the answer is 70.
Correct. Answer is 70.
But equivalent is yours. 110 and the angle down form a linear pair. So that must be 70. 70 and X are alternate interior angle, so x is equal to 70.
Correct, correct. So sometimes you have to find something to find x. Now I understand. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் x 110க்கு ரிலேஷன் இல்ல, பட் அதுதானே கொடுத்திருக்கு, அப்ப அப்படிதான் இருக்கும்னு நீங்க சொல்லிருப்பீங்கன்னு தான் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். சோ அப்படி இல்ல, 110க்கும் x-க்கும் என்ன ரிலேஷன்? ஒரு ரிலேஷனும் இல்ல. 110 is an exterior angle, x is an interior angle, அவ்வளவுதான். You can give some name. You should draw the figure and no problem. I'm going to do it. Yeah, see here. See here, children. Draw the figure again. That's the first step. Okay, draw the figure again. Now, if you said something, I'm going to do in a different way. What you said is fine. Now, children, x and 110, they're not related. They are not related. So, if 110 degrees is given, x is not 110 because x and 110, they're not alternate angles, they're not corresponding angles, they're not allied angles. There's no relation at all between them. So using 110, find some other angle so that that new angle and x are related. This 110 and x, they are not related. Using 110, you find a different angle so that that new angle and x are related. So supposing you find this angle, supposing you find this angle. Yeah, then these two are corresponding angles, no? So you can mark this angle y. You can mark that angle y. I'm saying in the figure we have x and 110, but they are not related. They're not related, meaning they're not alternate, they're not corresponding, they're not allied. Using 110, find any angle you want. So that new angle and x which you have to find, they should be related. Find an angle accordingly. You can find whichever angle you want. So now I'm marking this one as y. If I find y using 110, y and x are related, no? What kind of angles are they? Corresponding angles. So if I find y, x also I can find. So I should start like this. So 110 plus y is equal to 180, linear pair. So y is equal to 180. Now x is equal to y.
X is equal to 70.
What Navneet said is, he was talking about this angle. Navneet had marked this angle as say A. So he found 110 plus A. Any one you should do, don't do both. He marked this angle in his mind and he has worked 110 plus A is equal to 180. Yeah, that is also a linear pair. 110 plus A is equal to 180. So A will be 70. Now A and X are alternate interior angles. A and X are alternate interior angles, so they are equal. So 70. That's what I said. You can find any angle. Yeah.
180 minus 1
180 minus 110 is equal to x, but why? Why?
Simple questions. Third step question. Multiple choice question.
Yeah. For multiple choice questions, you don't ask at all. You don't have to show the steps. You can directly work in your mind and give the answer. All right, children, we'll just do this in a different way. Yeah. I'll just write an alternate solution for this. Yeah, correct, correct. That's what I was about to do. Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying alternate solution, okay? Alternate solution. All right? For the same question. Okay, so here, this is the solution figure, not the question. The question is this one only. Now this is one solution, this is the alternate solution. So I have drawn this figure in the solution. In the solution, I've drawn this figure. Now I'm gonna, you should, yeah, if you're marking something extra, you should draw the figure. So I'm marking this as A. Okay, now A is equal to 110 degrees. Why? Vertically opposite angles are equal, correct? Now what is the relation between A and X? They're allied angles. And what are allied angles? They are correct, correct. They're equal. They're supplementary. So now you can write A is equal, mark A, and you can write A is equal to 110 degrees, vertically opposite angles are equal. Now after this, you must write A plus X is equal to 180 degrees because allied angles are supplementary, correct? So 110 plus X is equal to 180. All right. Understood, children? Yeah, sit down, start writing. First one is over, right? You will leave some space for the first one. I'll share the picture. I'll just end this meeting and I'll show you the images.